Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the land trip adventure across the Philippines. So we last left off in Boracay where I was enjoying the sun, sea, beach and the nightlife there. And now we continue across the rest of the trip that will take us to Iloilo, Bacolod, Dumaguete and finally the last few kilometers on Mindanao Island. But so far, it's really been a great adventure, and I'm excited to share more. So, without further ado, here is part 2 of us going cross country. By the way, if you haven't seen part 1 yet, please check it out. And to make it more convenient for you to check that video out, I'll be attaching a link to that video on this video's description. Thank you very much. So, picking up where we left off, we are currently in Starbucks, Boracay, and we're currently getting breakfast before we head back towards the jetty port to catch our ferry back to Caticlan. Now on the Boracay side, it feels very much like in the Caticlan side, but a lot more organized. In fact, it's a lot colder, it's air conditioned compared to the other side. Now we boarded another tiny boat to take us back to the mainland, and it's actually cool. I got a front row seat right behind the driver, and I got to see him control this tiny boat, which is something I don't get to see every day. Anyways, I got to also enjoy the sea view as we cruised back at high speed. Now we quickly got off the boat in Caticlan and made our way back to the car to get us going for the second half of our awesome road trip around the Philippines. And then a few hours later, we arrived in Iloilo City, where we just had to make a very important stop for our favorite bok choy in the area. We ended up at this place called Natong's, and let me tell you, you have to visit it when you're in Iloilo City because they offer my favorite bok choy. Like, Trust me when I say favorite because it's really, really good. And then we took off bound for the manga's port, and that's where the fun sort of began because, as you will see later on, it's really, really chaotic as heck. Now, me and mom were just stuck in the car waiting for dad as he deals with this mess, like a really, really big mess known as the manga spot. In the meantime, I just stepped outside to stretch my legs and to enjoy this sunset and watch other ships arrive. A few hours later, we finally got tickets for a boat that will take us to Bacolod City, but that means we would arrive in Bacolod late at night and we need to leave for the final leg um, just a few hours later. So, yeah, it's kind of tight at this point. Now we boarded this pretty standard short haul ferry, and I can see from my viewing position upstairs that this port is chaotic as heck. Like, what the heck is this? But on the plus side, I did manage to secure a nice table. An hour later, we could already see the beautiful city lights of Bacolod greeting us. Now, another thing about Roro ships in the Philippines that you kind of need to squeeze your way in between cars to get to your car. Now, when we arrived in Bacolod, most of the shops were closed. So we just ended up staying at this meh looking hostel in the outskirts. And we grabbed some seafood for our last dinner of this trip. So the final day of the trip arrived, and we were making our way to Dumaguete to catch the final ferry of this adventure. And so we loaded ourselves onto this last fast cat ferry. I love the fast cat service. I think the best ferry operator I've tried in this adventure. Like, they're really comfy. 2 hours later, we finally made it to the island of Mindanao, particularly the city of Dapitan. And so we met up with a relative who escorted us to this awesome lunch place just along the highway, along our route. And the food there, once again, is really, really good. Afterwards, they brought us to this halo halo place that once again is like really good. In fact, I can call this my favorite halo halo of all time. Aside from your usual fast food stuff, this one right here is my favorite. And then we would spend the next few hours driving through the dark before arriving at my hometown of Cagayan de Oro. And that is the end of this adventure. So that's it for the land trip adventure. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did throughout this adventure. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell to get notified about my latest videos, and to follow me on Instagram. That's at yq_studios.yt. And as always, from wherever you are in the world, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy your day.